Your body is designed with an extraordinary rhythm, and one of the most overlooked truths, especially for seniors, is that the deepest healing doesn't happen during the day when you're awake and active. It happens at night while you sleep. This is when your brain clears out toxins, resets its communication pathways, and strengthens the connections that support memory, focus, and mood. It's also when your eyes repair the strain of the day, restoring moisture, rebuilding delicate tissues, and improving circulation to the tiny vessels that keep your vision sharp. Sleep is far more than rest, it's your built-in repair cycle, and what you give your body before bed directly determines how well it performs that cycle. As we age, the efficiency of this nighttime repair naturally slows down. The brain may take longer to clear inflammation. The eyes may recover more slowly from dryness or strain. Sleep may not feel as deep or refreshing as it once did. But here's the good news: the right nutrient, especially cooling, calming foods, can significantly enhance your body's ability to restore itself during those nighttime hours. Instead of simply hoping for good sleep, you can actively support the process with ingredients that nourish the brain, soothe the nervous system, and hydrate the tissues that need it most. Cooling foods are unique because they create a calm internal environment, the exact opposite of the stress, heat, and inflammation that interfere with quality sleep and cellular repair. When your internal temperature and inflammatory load are lower, your body can devote more energy to rebuilding and restoring. That means more efficient detoxification of the brain's waste products. It means improved oxygen delivery to the eyes. It means deeper, more restorative sleep cycles, the stages where memory consolidation, tissue regeneration, and cell repair happen. Think of it this way: every night your body enters a kind of maintenance mode. But if the system is overloaded, too much inflammation, too much dehydration, too much stress, it can't perform the repairs as well as it should. Cooling foods help reset that balance before you even close your eyes. They prepare your body for restoration, reduce internal friction, and give your cells the raw materials they need to fix what needs fixing. It's like handing your body the exact tools it requires before the repair process even begins. For seniors, this becomes especially important. Not only does nightly recovery slow with age, but the demands on the brain and eyes often increase. There may be more reading, more screen use, more medications that cause dryness, more stressors, or simply more years of wear. By the time evening comes, the eyes have worked tirelessly to focus, adjust, and respond. The brain has processed countless decisions, memories, and stimuli. So giving these organs nutritional support right before their most important recovery window is one of the smartest health habits you can build. And the beauty is that this doesn't require complicated supplements or expensive treatments. Just simple foods hydrating, antioxidant-rich, soothing ingredients that work in harmony with your internal rhythms. When you consume them consistently, your overnight repair becomes more efficient. You wake up with more clarity. Your eyes feel less tired, your energy improves, your mind feels steadier. Over time, this nightly support accumulates into noticeable, meaningful changes in how you feel each morning. This is why choosing the right foods before bed isn't just a wellness tip. It's a powerful act of protection and renewal for your brain and eyes starting tonight. Inflammation is one of the quietest, most persistent forces that works against your health as you age, especially when it comes to your brain and eyes. Many seniors don't feel it directly, but they experience its effects every day: slower recall, occasional forgetfulness, sensitivity to light, dryness in the eyes, or that heavy, tired feeling behind the forehead. These symptoms often trace back to one core issue: too much internal heat and inflammation. What most people don't realize is that certain foods naturally counter this process. Cooling foods are not just refreshing, they actively calm the internal environment, giving your brain and eyes the freedom they need to restore themselves overnight. Your brain is an incredibly delicate organ. It runs on electrical signals, chemical messengers, and intricate networks that must stay balanced to function well. When inflammation rises, that balance gets disrupted. Communication between neurons slows. Areas responsible for memory and clarity become stressed. Even your ability to stay calm, focused, and emotionally steady can shift depending on the level of inflammation in your system. This is why cooling foods matter so much. They help lower the internal temperature, soothe overactive pathways, and create the kind of peaceful environment the brain requires to repair and reset. The eyes are equally sensitive. The tiny blood vessels that feed the retina and optic nerve can become irritated from inflammation, limiting circulation and oxygen flow. Over time, this leads to dryness, blurred vision, and slower recovery from strain. Cooling foods help reduce this pressure, allowing the tissues of the eyes to relax and replenish themselves overnight. When your internal system cools down, fluid balance improves, blood vessels dilate more normally, and the eyes receive the nutrients they need to restore their function. It's important to understand that inflammation doesn't always come from one dramatic cause. It builds quietly. Processed foods, dehydration, stress, poor sleep, medications, and even environmental toxins can raise the body's inflammatory load. Seniors often feel this as sluggish mornings or evenings where they simply don't feel as sharp. Cooling foods act like a gentle reset button. They work slowly, naturally, and consistently, reducing internal heat and lowering the friction that makes repair harder. Another powerful benefit is how cooling foods affect sleep. When your body is overheated internally, sleep quality drops. You may fall asleep, but you won't stay in the deep restorative phases where the brain does its major cleaning and healing. Cooling foods help regulate body temperature, a key factor in triggering deep sleep cycles. This means your brain gets more uninterrupted time to clear toxins, restore energy stores, and reorganize memories. And your eyes get more time to rehydrate, rebuild collagen, and relax from the day's work. For seniors, this becomes a form of overnight protection. Every evening you consume cooling foods, you help your body fight back against age-related wear and tear. You lower the burden on your nervous system, you give your mind a calmer foundation, you support your eyes with better hydration and less inflammation. You make it easier for your body to do exactly what it was designed to do, repair itself naturally. This simple shift can become one of the most valuable tools for keeping your mind sharp and your vision strong. Cucumber is one of those foods we tend to overlook because it seems so simple, so ordinary, almost too mild to make much of a difference. But that simplicity is exactly what makes it powerful, especially for seniors who need gentle, steady nourishment that works with the body rather than overwhelming it. When you think about nighttime repair, your brain clearing old proteins, your eyes restoring moisture and circulation, your cells pulling in fluids for regeneration, hydration becomes one of the most important factors, and cucumber delivers a form of hydration that goes far beyond plain water. What makes cucumbers unique is the structured water they contain. This type of natural hydration is easier for your cells to absorb, especially as you age and your body becomes less efficient at using water the way it once did. When you eat cucumber in the evening, you're not just drinking water. You're giving your cells a steady, nourishing form of hydration that sinks deeper into tissues. This matters tremendously for the brain, which relies on a fluid-rich environment for electrical communication. When your brain cells are well hydrated, they fire more smoothly, more quickly, and with more clarity. It's the difference between feeling foggy and feeling sharp the moment you open your eyes in the morning. Cucumbers also contain silica, a mineral that quietly supports the connective tissues in both the brain's protective structures and the eyes. Silica helps maintain elasticity and integrity, two qualities that naturally decline with age. For the eyes, this contributes to better lubrication, less dryness, and improved comfort during the night. If you've ever woken up with gritty or tired eyes, it's often because the tissues didn't receive enough hydration or circulation while you slept. Cucumber helps fill that gap. Another reason cucumber plays such a supportive role in nighttime repair is its cooling energy. It helps lower internal heat and calm the nervous system, creating a more restful state before bed. Many seniors struggle with nighttime tension, restlessness, or difficulty unwinding after a long day of mental or emotional strain. Cucumber, especially when combined with mint or consumed in a small evening salad or infused water, helps signal the body to shift into a calmer rhythm. This gentle cooling effect prepares the brain for deeper sleep, the kind where real restoration happens. And let's not forget the eyes. During the day, your eyes are constantly adjusting between light and dark, focusing on near and far objects, handling screen glare, reading fine print, and reacting to environmental stress. By evening, the eye tissues are fatigued. Cucumbers help increase hydration and improve microcirculation, both of which support the regeneration of the retina and surrounding structures. Even the puffiness or heaviness many seniors feel around the eyes can improve simply because the tissues are better nourished before sleep. Adding cucumber to your nightly routine is one of the most effortless choices you can make. A few slices, a small bowl, or a simple cucumber mint drink can deliver benefits that accumulate quietly but meaningfully. It's not dramatic, but it's consistent. And consistency is exactly what your brain and eyes need as the years go on. That's the power of giving your body exactly what it needs before it enters its most important hours of restoration. Blueberries may be small, but when it comes to supporting the brain and eyes, especially overnight, they are one of nature's most concentrated sources of nourishment. Seniors in particular benefit from the way blueberries work behind the scenes while you sleep, repairing delicate structures, strengthening pathways, and calming inflammation that accumulates throughout the day. Their deep blue color isn't just attractive, it's a sign of powerful compounds called anthocyanins, which act like tiny repair specialists traveling through your system, seeking out areas that need protection and restoration. These anthocyanins are remarkable because they cross the blood-brain barrier, something very few nutrients can do. Once inside, they help neutralize oxidative stress, which is one of the major drivers of memory decline and cognitive fatigue in older adults. Throughout your day, the brain is constantly producing metabolic waste, proteins, toxins, and byproducts of energy use. At night, the brain attempts to clear these out through a cleansing system known as the glymphatic pathway. But if inflammation is high or circulation is poor, this cleansing process becomes less effective. Blueberries support this nightly detox by reducing inflammation and improving blood flow, making it easier for the brain to sweep away the clutter that fogs thinking, slows recall, and affects mood. The eyes benefit just as much. The tiny capillaries that feed the retina and optic nerve are incredibly sensitive to oxidative stress. Over time, the daily strain of reading, screen exposure, bright sunlight, and even simple aging can weaken these vessels. Blueberries help strengthen them, making them more flexible and resilient. This means better nutrient delivery to the eyes, better waste removal, and better support for the cells that allow you to see clearly. Many seniors notice that their eyes feel less tired in the morning, with less dryness or heaviness, simply because those overnight repair processes received the nutrients they needed. What makes blueberries ideal for the evening is that they're light, easy to digest, and don't spike blood sugar the way many fruits can. Instead, they provide steady nourishment that supports the brain and eyes without burdening the digestive system before bed. When your digestive system is calm, your body has more energy available for cellular repair, especially in sensitive organs like the brain and eyes. This gentle digestibility helps promote deeper, uninterrupted sleep, the kind that truly restores you from the inside out. Another often overlooked benefit is how blueberries support communication between brain cells. As we age, the synapses, the connections that allow neurons to talk to each other, can weaken. This leads to slower thinking, difficulty concentrating, or moments where you know what you want to say, but the word seems just out of reach. Blueberries help maintain and strengthen these pathways, improving the flow of information across the brain. This not only supports memory, but also enhances problem solving, emotional balance, and overall mental clarity. Building a simple evening routine with blueberries, whether as a small bowl, mixed into yogurt, or blended lightly into a calming nighttime smoothie, can become one of the most valuable habits for long-term cognitive and visual health. You're giving your body the raw materials it needs to repair, rebuild, and stay resilient through the years. That's the quiet strength of choosing nourishment with intention before your body enters its deepest hours of healing. Aloe vera juice is one of those gentle, soothing remedies that has been used for centuries, yet many seniors overlook just how powerful it can be, especially when consumed before bed. Its cooling nature works in harmony with the body's natural nighttime rhythms, helping quiet the systems that tend to become overactive with age. When your internal environment is calm, your brain and eyes have a far better chance of repairing themselves deeply and efficiently during sleep. That's why even a small amount of aloe vera juice in the evening can make such a meaningful difference. One of the most important ways aloe vera supports overnight healing is by calming the gut. As we grow older, the digestive system often becomes more sensitive, more reactive, and more prone to inflammation. Many people don't realize just how tightly the gut and brain are connected. When the gut is irritated, inflamed, or stressed, it sends distress signals to the brain. This can make it harder to fall asleep, harder to stay asleep, and harder for the brain to enter the deep, restorative stages needed for memory processing and cognitive repair. Aloe vera, with its soothing polysaccharides and natural electrolytes, gently coats and cools the digestive tract. This calming effect travels upward, helping the mind settle into a clearer, more peaceful state before sleep. For the eyes, aloe vera supports repair in a different but equally important way. The polysaccharides found in aloe are known to help support collagen formation. Collagen is essential for maintaining the structure of the cornea and other delicate tissues in the eye. As we age, collagen production naturally slows, making the eyes more susceptible to dryness, strain, and age-related wear. By providing these building blocks, aloe helps give the eyes what they need to maintain moisture, reduce irritation, and replenish the tissues that work hard all day long. Seniors who regularly include aloe vera juice in their evening routine often notice softer, more comfortable mornings, with their eyes feeling less tight or fatigued. Another important benefit of aloe vera juice is its natural ability to support hydration and electrolyte balance. Unlike plain water, aloe contains minerals such as magnesium and potassium that help regulate fluid levels inside the cells. The brain especially relies on balanced electrolytes to function properly overnight. When cells are well hydrated and electrically stable, the brain can communicate more smoothly, detoxify more effectively, and perform the nightly repairs that support memory and clarity. Seniors who wake feeling foggy or slow may simply be experiencing nighttime dehydration or electrolyte imbalance, issues aloe vera can help gently correct. Aloe also supports the nervous system by reducing internal heat and inflammation. This cool, grounding energy makes it easier for the body to transition out of the overstimulated state many seniors feel by the end of the day. When the nervous system is calm, sleep becomes deeper, tissues repair more efficiently, and the brain wakes up refreshed rather than drained. Adding a small glass of high-quality aloe vera juice to your evening routine is an easy, natural way to support the very systems that need the most care as you age. It requires no effort, no complicated preparation, just a simple choice that creates powerful support for your brain, your eyes, and your overall overnight healing. Coconut water is one of the most overlooked tools for nighttime repair, yet it provides exactly what the aging brain and eyes desperately need as the day winds down: gentle hydration, steady electrolytes, and natural glucose that fuels cellular restoration without overwhelming the system. As we grow older, our bodies become less efficient at maintaining fluid balance, and this leads to a domino effect: slower brain communication, increased morning fogginess, eye strain, headaches, and even trouble falling asleep. What makes coconut water so valuable is that it helps restore these internal balances in a soothing, natural way that supports the very repair processes happening while you sleep. Every thought, every memory, every signal your brain sends relies on electrical activity. That electrical activity only works well when electrolytes, potassium, magnesium, sodium, and calcium are in harmony. Most seniors walk around mildly dehydrated without realizing it. Maybe the appetite for water decreases with age, or maybe the kidneys don't regulate fluids as efficiently as they used to, or medications pull moisture from the body. Whatever the reason, this low-level dehydration quietly disrupts the brain's nighttime work. When your body enters sleep without the right electrolyte balance, neurons fire more sluggishly, communication slows, and the brain struggles to clear waste effectively during those crucial overnight hours. Coconut water replenishes these electrolytes in a gentle, balanced way that doesn't spike blood sugar or force the body to work harder than it should. Its natural potassium content is especially important. Potassium helps regulate the electrical impulses in the brain, supports muscle relaxation, and assists in maintaining steady blood pressure, all essential for deep, uninterrupted sleep. When your nervous system is calm and your cells are properly hydrated, the brain can focus fully on detoxification and repair rather than fighting through internal chaos. Your eyes benefit just as significantly. The tissues involved in vision are incredibly sensitive to hydration levels. Even small imbalances can cause dryness, irritation, or pressure behind the eyes. Overnight, when you're not blinking and not replenishing moisture, the eyes rely heavily on the internal fluid balance maintained throughout the day. Coconut water helps support this balance by ensuring that your cells have the moisture and minerals they need. Seniors who incorporate coconut water into their evening routine often find that their eyes feel less strained, less gritty, and more refreshed upon waking, not because of any surface treatment, but because the deeper structures of the eye received the hydration they needed overnight. Another quiet benefit lies in coconut water's natural glucose. It's enough to feed the brain during sleep, supporting memory consolidation and cognitive repair, but not enough to spike insulin or disrupt rest. This small, steady source of energy helps your brain stay fueled while it performs complex housekeeping tasks, clearing out toxins, strengthening neural pathways, and resetting the system responsible for clarity, balance, and focus. For seniors, adopting a simple evening habit like drinking a small glass of coconut water can have compounding effects. Night after night, you give your body the support it needs to function at its best. You wake up feeling clearer. Your eyes feel lighter, your thoughts feel more organized, and without even realizing it, you've created a gentle foundation for long-term cognitive and visual resilience, one soothing sip at a time.